So much for being here this evening, and of course I would like to welcome you on behalf of RBC. Tonight is really an opportunity, as you know, to engage clients and community leaders and civic leaders as well, as we recognize the important contributions of the many Canadians of African descent to our nation and communities. And so pleased for me to be here this evening to be a part of this important event. This, of course, is also an opportunity to celebrate, to recognize, to acknowledge the future, as I just mentioned, as I alluded to, the young people who have written those amazing essays that you probably had a chance to read outside. So through the RBC Black History Month essay competition, those finalists are here tonight, and maybe we can give them a bit of a round of applause.
For centuries now, Black people have made their way into Canada and have contributed to Canada, making their mark in commerce, education, the arts, the sciences, civic and political leadership, of course financial services, and every other walk of life. Wherever we trace our ancestry to, and however far that goes back, we are all part of a rich national heritage. For all Canadians, and certainly for younger generations, which is why we were so happy to introduce the Black History Month essay contest, because we really feel that the inspiration that you can provide us with in telling stories and how you are inspired in the community is so important, and we think it's so important for our young people, all young people, to be
I think history is about driving a car. And pick any image of a car that you like, whether it's Formula One or whatever it is you like. And that we have, as a car, a number of mirrors that we can use to look backwards and see what has gone in the past. And depending on which mirror you choose, the past looks slightly different. But more importantly, I think, history is about taking ownership of that steering wheel and steering us forward. Because as we sit here tonight, we are creating history. History is today. History is what we do today. It is what we build today as the legacies and what we would leave for the future. Our youth need to know, and as I talked about that car, in terms of defining our own future, that it is not enough. It is not enough just to be excellent academically. It is critical, but it's not enough. You need to actively be involved in your community. The strength of your community is directly related to your contribution in terms of volunteering, being seen at the hospital, helping the elderly, being seen at other areas where youth can play an important part in terms of building an inclusive community. Volunteerism should not be seen as something that you do simply because there's a requirement for grade 9 to do it. It shouldn't be. It should be part of life.
This year, for the first time, we've added a me-to-we trip to Ghana for the winner. And I think this will be an absolutely remarkable experience. Our final winning essay also talked about a pair of activists. One, we already mentioned a few minutes ago, which was Carrie Best, and the second was boxer Reuben Hurricane Carter, who was wrongfully convicted of a triple homicide, imprisoned for 22 years, and then moved to Toronto and served as director for the Association in the Defense of the Wrongfully Convicted. This was a moving essay, and I would like to call up its author, Kate Paisley, to receive her well-earned award.
Carrie Best and Reuben Carter's contributions to Canadian society have greatly inspired me. Their ability to take risks during a time when hatred and prejudice was so deeply rooted in society has inspired me as a Black woman to stand up for what is right. As a member of the African-Canadian Leadership Committee, I am following in their footsteps. In conclusion, the legacies of Carrie Best and Reuben Carter have not only made an indelible mark on Canadian society, but they have also inspired me to be the best that I can be.
For the RBC essay competition. I'm Ethiopian and I love to write. So basically when I wrote my Black History Month essay, I focused on Canadian Blacks who have contributed to society and diversity, but there are many worldwide and even national or North American. But I would just say for every young Black who wants to make a difference, that there's so many different icons and figures that you can look up to. There are many in politics, education, there's some in arts, there's so many variety of fields that you can look into, and you should just research and just go for it and you'll get there, I promise.
This is a remarkable month of February, the time when we celebrate Black History Month. And I say to the young people, what a great opportunity to see some of the role models around and to encourage your participation in some of the activities. Canada is a great place, and Toronto is a wonderful place to be. It's a place that we can interact with many people, and I encourage you young folks, the young people, the young men and women, to get involved and make sure that your voice is heard. And don't be shy about it, because it's important what you say. Black History Month is a great month of celebration. Good luck to you all.